There it is. Oh my god. I don't know why, but it like selected something other than my default mic. I don't know what it was doing. What it was selecting. I tell you, the universe is like going out of its way to mess with me or something. Let's see. I have no idea where I'm going. Can't remember our objective or anything.
どうなってんだ。俺と篠崎が入った時はもっと。
Really, what was different? Partially decomposed corpse of a student. Judging by the size and uniform, this was likely a male middle school student. The back of his head seems completely smashed in, suggesting he was probably killed from behind with a blunt weapon. Student ID name tag can be partially lodged under one of his bony arms. Takane Municipal Middle School. Teru Arai. Poor kid. Ah. Looks like someone used a shard of glass or something to carve a message into the teacher's desk. Teacher's podium, I mean. To any and all Takane middle school students, I'm okay. I'm going to find Kyugo, sorry. If you're reading, oh, and he's got into, oh, he got killed while he was writing that message. There's something all over every one of these shelves. It's like someone emptied out buckets full of some small black beans. Closer inspection, they seem to be dead flies. Hundreds upon hundreds of them. Ew. Are you certain you're on the right path? Not really. Is it really okay to trust her? Probably not. Okay, that looks like that's everything here. Where am I going? No idea. Okay, so this is where we came from, right? Doors locked up tight. Oh, never mind.
使えないかな。この鍵じゃないみたい。
Dang. Oh, shit. Let's see. Okay, so we came from the pool and locker room, I remember. Let's go down this way, see if there's anything different. Door to the classroom 5A is frozen in place. If it's just a decoration on the wall, it can't be opened. Okay. Door to the custodian's closet is frozen in place. That's no fun. Trapdoor seems to have completely vanished without a trace, as if it never existed. So Mayu must have somehow crossed over to a different pocket dimension. Whoops, wrong one. Nothing different here. Okay. Maybe we can go this way? The exit is like only place it looks like we can go right now. Okay, yep, big hole. There's an enormous gap in the floor here. It's impossible to get across. No, we haven't gone upstairs yet, have we? Alright, everything looks kind of normal here. That red from the darkening is getting like a little more noticeable. Oh dear. Oh, you've met with a terrible fate. This was most likely a female junior or senior high student. Though anything beyond that was impossible to determine, as everything above the waist was missing. Whoever killed this girl must have done it recently, as the wound is still fresh, and the blood all over the floor is still wet. Ugh. Her exposed intestines seem to have been pulled out of her body and draped onto the floor, where they were then crushed flat like a worm under a big shoe.
この制服、うちの学校の。そう、
Oh man.
そう、誰なの？これ。落ち着いて、ナナちゃん。
悪い方に考えんじゃねえ。こんな言い方したかねえけど、お前のダチじゃねえかもしんねえだろ。
Nana was wrought with grief. She was shaking uncontrollably, to such an extent that her teeth were chattering. Gently led her out of the classroom. I wanted to get out of there myself, to be honest. Seeing a human body so horribly mutilated was more than I can handle. No student ID, huh? Alright. See, let's go ahead and get out of here. Just looked over at Coco, her little paws are twitching. Door to classroom 1B is frozen in place. That's no fun. Alright. Keep looking around. See if there's anything we can find. Oh, what a yellow class newsletter. Looks like they just cut an article out of the local newspaper and photocopied it. Child abduction and murder follow-up report. Hard to imagine what the bereaved family. Oh right, I read this. Okay, go over here. See. Let's go ahead and head upstairs first. At some point, there's gonna be like... Oh. There's gonna be like... We're gonna be seeing like something at the end of the hall during search mode.
あの子は私を受け入れてくれる。あの子の体が欲しい。欲しい。
Nope. Getting the heck out of that. Hold on. Oh. Okay, I guess that window's supposed to look like that. Okay, this is where we found that one body. Okay. Oh yeah, that red's becoming more prominent. We are so dead. I get this one? Renoseki. Seki. Yeah, that might be new. Nope. Ugh. Go down here. Science lab door is locked up tight. Oh, maybe the key goes here. Door is locked up
拾っ
tight.
た鍵使えないかな。この鍵じゃないみたい。
Dang. Door to the infirmary is frozen in place. Okay, so the events that happened last time won't play out. At least not exactly as last time. Dang, we can't go here. Oh, I've been everywhere else. Maybe I gotta go back? All the way back? Don't know what I'm missing. Hmm. What am I missing? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. What if I have to go back to the pool? Okay.
長さはかなりあるし、何重かに折り返せば簡単には切れそうにねえな。
2本あるし、より合わせてロープみたいにすればもっと丈夫になるよ。
So he folded both strips of gauze in half and twisted the double play strips together to form something that resembled a braid. I've done something similar like this before when I was making rope-like decorations for theater costumes. It didn't prove to be particularly difficult. I almost felt as if the rope making 101 I almost felt like rope making 101. 10 minutes time, presto, we had a do-it-yourself rope in our hands. Granted, it was pretty flimsy compared to the resin rope you might buy at home at the home center, but it seemed like it would hold one person's weight just fine. Okay, so we got some progress. Where does that leave us then? Hold on, I just got a crazy idea. Nope. Okay, won't let me do it. No way, I was just here, wasn't I? I have no idea where it wants me to go. Let me go back here. Is there really nothing else here? What the hell? Oh. Probably best to make sure Nana never sees this. This is weird. No idea where I need to go. Oh.
体に結んで降りていったらあれを拾えるんじゃない？
Oh.
この辺はロープを結んで固定できるものもねえから、上で誰かがロープ掴んでなきゃなんねえな。
私とナナちゃんで岸沼くんが登ってくるまでロープを掴んでることならできそうだけど。
まあ、俺が行くのが早いか。
でも私たち2人で大丈夫かな？男の人の力で持っててもらって女子が降りた方が良くないですか？私はこういうの自信ないよ。スポーツ得意じゃないし、降りられても登ってこれるかどうか。じゃあ私が。でも平気？
I mean, she is the smallest, so she might be lighter to pull back up.
さっきこの包帯で縛られて殺されかけたのに、もう一度これを体に結ぶなんて。平気です。ナリちゃんたちにもう一度会うためなら何だってやりたいんです。そっか、この子も私と同じなんだ。私がどうしてもしげ兄に会いたいっていうこの気持ちと。
Aww.
ナナちゃん年下なのにすごいな。岸沼くん、やっぱり私を降ろして。しげ兄、私っていつも甘えてばっかりで、しげ兄から見たら子供みたいなんだろうけど、せめてナナちゃんだけを守ってあげたい。ここから無事に連れ出してあげたいよ。
Yeah.
俺は別にどっちでもいいけど。
Yeah, step up.
よし、こんなもんだな。
ちょっときつくない？お腹苦しいよ。
ずれてすっぽ抜けるよりはいいだろう。
じゃあゆっくり下ろしてね。気をつけてください、まゆさん。手足の取っかかりになるようにロープに結び目をつけておいたので、登るとき多少は楽だと思います。ありがとう、ナナちゃん。
Alright, let's see if this will work.
ね暗い。あと変な匂いがする。
Oh, I think I know where this is. Oh my god. It's too dark to see my surroundings clearly, but I could instantly sense oppressive atmosphere all around me. This was not a good place to be. Oh my god. There are a large number of dead bodies scattered throughout the room. Most seem to have died long ago, decayed into proper skeletons. But a small handful seemed fresh, as if they were alive only yesterday.
やっぱりここも。
Oh man. Oh. That's not good. Where's that shiny thing, huh? Oh man, I don't see anything else I can click on. All of her fingers have been cut off, and her tongue seems to have been removed as well. Student ID name tag is clearly displayed on her jacket. Hikari Kirigami. Oh
こ
no.
の子の制服、ナナちゃんと同じ学校だ。そういえば更衣室で助けた時、ひかりちゃんって呼んでた。このことはナナちゃんには言えないよね。
There's something on the ground next to Hikari's body, reflecting what little light there is down
上
here.
から見えたのってこれかな。
Small glass bottle filled at about the 2/3 mark with clear liquid.
何の瓶だろう。水みたいのが入ってる。
Having acquired the item we sought, and not wanting to stay down this hole even a moment longer than I had to, gave the rope a triumphant tug.
拾ったよ、岸沼くん。
いいぞ鈴本、すぐ上がってこいよ。か、こっちで引っ張り上げてやろうか。
大丈夫。そんな10メートルとか高さあるわけじゃないから登れそう。
よし、手つかまれ。よく自力で登れたな。
もうダメ。そんな高くないと思ったのに、ほんともう手足ガクガク。これ明日絶対筋肉痛だよ。
お疲れさん。で、何があったんだ。
あ、うん、これ。
なんだこりゃ。酒か？
何の匂いもしないし、ただの水みたい。あ、これ聖水です。聖水？友達のひかりちゃんが同じ瓶持ってました。おまじないグッズの一種で有名な霊能者の人のパワーが込められているって。悪いものを払う力があるから、カバンとかに入れてると金運とか恋愛運がアップするらしいです。
Ooh.
うさんくせえ。
そんなことないですよ。 テレビにも出演してる霊能者でサエノキナホっていう。
サエノキ？ああ、あいつか。あいつ絡みなら多少は信憑性あるかもな、その水。
Mm-hmm.
知ってるんですか、岸沼さん。なんか意外。こういうのって売ってるものなの？ネットで買えるものもあるんですけど、ひかりちゃんの場合はお父さんがテレビ局に勤めてて、収録の時にナホさんから直接もらったって。もしかしてこれひかりちゃんの？まさかこの下にひかりちゃんが？どうかな。他の人のかもしれないし、ひかりちゃんが落としたのかもしれないし。
篠崎もこういうの好きだし、持ってる女子は多いんじゃねえの？
そうですよね。
Good save. Although we're at 47%. Let me save. So, I think now that we have that, I think I know where to go.
「あの子は私を受け入れてくれる。あの子の体が欲しい。欲しい。」
ちきしょう、こいつらどうしても通さねきだな。ただの火なら水でもぶっかけりゃ済むんだが。
さっき拾った聖水は霊能者のお墨付きなんでしょ？
Let's do it.
熱い。この水は酸のように熱い。ちきしょう、お前らまだ生きてるくせに。
あんたたちも早く死ねばいい。
With this, one of the red spirit's flames flew directly at me. What was clearly meant as a hostile action.
危ねえ、鈴本。
Kishinuma quickly leaped in front of me, hands out, taking the full brunt of the spirit's attack in my place. Then, all three flames simply disappeared. Oh
岸沼
shit.
くん、岸沼さん。
騒ぐなって。どうってことね。ちょっと手にやけどしただけだ。
ごめんね、私がぼやっとしてたから。私絆創膏持ってるからすぐ。あれあれ、
どうした？
ちょっと。はい、絆創膏。あ、私貼ります。やけどしたとこを見せてください。
サンキューな。で、鈴本、どうしたんだ？
うん、私学生証どっかに落としちゃったみたい。多分さっきの穴に降りた時。
Oh shit.
お前、その手に持ってんのは学生証じゃねえのか？
これは拾ったの。玄関で亡くなってた女の子の。
Picked up the student ID so Kishinuma could get a better look at it. It's clear from its design alone, after all, that it wasn't that it wasn't a Kisaragi ID.
そっとしておいた方が良かったかもしれないけど、私一人で怖かったし、何かこの学校の手がかりがないかと思って。
間違ってねえよ。篠崎たちと再会するためにも、こっから出るためにも、できることは何でもやらねえとな。どれ、貸してみな。
うん。でもあんまり役立ちそうなこと書いてないかも。
あ、この落書き。
なんかの箱の絵みたいだけど。
The memo page Kishinuma opened to was ringed with bloody, sticky fingerprints. And centered around them was a rough sketch of a box, drawn in ballpoint pen, along with numerous lines of text written in rough, shaky letters. They seemed to have been written with an excessive amount of force, resulting in countless black splotches and small tears in the paper. I think Ayaka is going to kill Ayo. I need to hide her. Ayo is mine. Alone. She must be protected. If I hide it in that box, no one will ever find it. Ayo, I love you so much. These words were written over and over again, the ink getting blotchier and more haphazard each time.
この落書きの箱って、これに似てねえか？用務員室に落ちてたもんだけど。
本当だ。よく似てる。
And maybe that key fits
こ
in
この
it.
穴、鍵穴じゃないですか？あ、そうみたい。もしかしてこれ、私が拾った鍵が合うかもしれない。
Kishinuma and Nana were both watching me expectantly as I produced the rusty key from my bag. I inserted it into the lock. It fit. Crossing my fingers, I began turning, and met with no resistance at all. It was the right key. The lid opened up, and nostalgic music started to play.
オルゴール？なんだろう。聞いたことがあるような。会いたくて会えなくて君はどこなの。
やめてくれよ、こんな状況で。
ごめん。
Kishinuma took the music box from my hands, with a sort of derisive smile on his face.
箱の中になんか入ってるな。ダメだ。狭くて俺の指じゃ入らねえ。
逆さにして振ってみたら？
お、出てきた。けど、これって。
鍵ですね。
鍵を使って鍵を手に入れましたってか？
でも、これで今まで入れなかったところに入れるよ。
Placed the key in my pocket for safekeeping, and tried in vain to remind myself that I shouldn't get my hopes up. But in truth, I was downright thrilled. We were making actual progress. Alright, let's see what's up here. The key turned easily in the lock, and the door came right open. Sweet! Oh dear! There was a dead body propped against the inside of it. As the door slid open, spilled out into the hallway. Kishuna completely ignored this, however, stepping over and darting into the room as fast as his legs could carry him.
Shinozaki!
Within the pale darkness of the room, a figure stood in front of one of the shelves, completely engrossed in some ancient-looking tome. It was Shinozaki. The floor around her was piled high with books she'd seemingly read and discarded. Strange, coming from a bibliophile who usually won't even crease a spine. Oh.
篠崎、しっかりしろ。
Slapper.
図書室では静かに。お前ら無許容の野蛮なつまらない情報弱者の作物的な。
篠崎、もういいだろう。もうやめてくれよ。そんなのお前じゃねえよ。嫌がるんだろう。篠崎に取り付いてるバケモンども。いい加減篠崎から離れやがれ。
これは俺たちのものだ。この体を俺のものにしたい。
Oh crap, it's those souls from before.
ダメだ。僕の方が上手に使える。
この人の中にいる時だけ私たちは痛みから解放されるの。お願い、この体をちょうだい。
この子を僕たちにくれ。そうだ、君らを助けてやる。ここから生きて出る手助けをさせてくれ。だからふざけんじゃねえぞてめえら。勝手だろ。ここで死んじまったてめえらには同情するよ。だけどだからって篠崎を好きにしていい理由があるか。そんな権利てめえらにはねえだろ。
そんな正論で。
この痛み、この苦しさ、寒さ、飢え、もどかしさ。お前らはまだ恵まれている。それがわからないのか。それでもな、こればっかりは譲れねえんだよ俺は。
なんだこの耳鳴り。虫か虫か。
From there, Ayumi took a sudden turn for the worse. Tossing aside the book she was reading, she began punching herself in the head with both hands. Oh no.
この中にまたいろいろ入れたのか。金色のやつか。緑か。
やめろ篠崎。
篠崎さん。
あ、黄色だった。
篠崎。
兄さん、来てくれたの。遅いよ。私、お腹が空いて、もうずっと何も食べてなくて。ひなさんが私をここに閉じ込めて、それから私何も食べてなくて、何も食べてなくて。兄さんって美味しそう。兄弟で変かな。私兄さんを殺して。お肉。
やめろよ篠崎。 兄貴ってお前。
Oh my god, you are not talking to Shinozaki, stop it.
おかえり、お兄ちゃん。
なんだよミキ、また来てたのか。
何それ。心優しい妹がわざわざご飯作りに来てあげたのに。お兄ちゃん、ちゃんと毎日食べてる？
ああ、まあその辺のコンビニとか学食とか。
また、そんなんじゃ栄養偏っちゃうじゃん。待ってて、今お夕飯作ってるから。やっぱりお兄ちゃんは私が面倒見ないとダメだね。学校楽しい？お兄ちゃんの友達、持田さんとか篠崎さんってどんな人？大丈夫だよ。そのうちお父さんだって。ね、お兄ちゃん。
やめろ。
Oh my, oh god. Shinozaki's biting Kishima's neck. Got to stop her.
しょっぱおいしいち。岸沼くん、岸沼さん。
Two of us made a mad dash towards Kishima, trying to pry Yumi away from him through any means possible. To my astonishment, he met our panicked gazes with a stern, "Let me handle this" look. Reinforced the message by raising his hand in a stop motion.
篠崎。
Oh, didn't expect that. Circumstances were different. This could be the start of a really heartwarming, romantic scene. Shinema grabbed Shinozaki and hugged her tightly.
篠崎。戻ってこいよ。お前は他の誰でもねえ。篠崎あゆみだ。
あったかい。
Bit by bit, I could see the expression on Shinozaki's face change. Her crazy, possessed sneer gradually gave way to a blank, dazed countenance that then, slowly but surely, began sparking with life once more. And though it was nearly imperceptible, I swear I saw a smile start to form on her lips.
岸沼くん。
It's going pretty good. Hi Flash, welcome to the stream. For a few long moments, Shinozaki stared into Kishinuma's eyes. Then, in an instant of realization, her face turned beet red. The cause of phrase, "oh crap," drifted into my head for a split second. And then,
何してるのよ。
oh!
どういうつもりでこんな。変態。最低。
篠崎。
何よ。
Ah, come on, he just saved your life and you slap him?
篠崎。心配させやがって。でもなんつうか嬉しいぜ。
篠崎さん。
大丈夫ですか、岸沼さん。鈴本さん？なんでっていうか、ここって。おかえりなさいでいいのかな、篠崎さん。何？
Oh, we got her back.
話を聞いてもまだ信じられないけど、私この建物の良くない影響を受けていたみたいね。
シャレにならねえ暴走っぷりだったぜ。つうかお前、どうやってこの部屋入ったんだ？鍵閉まってただろう。
覚えてない。でも建物自体の構造が変化するくらいだもの。この閉鎖空間では何が起きても不思議じゃないわ。普通なら起きないような可能性の低いことが常に起きてしまうような。そもそも超常現象っていうのはその可能性が狂っている状態のことで、それを予測したり調節するロジックが。
The gang is back together, at least half of it, yeah.
よくわかんねえけど、そういう話はお前の姉ちゃんとしてくれよ。
簡単に言うと、何が起きるかわからないっていう話。いい？目標はたった3つ。この学校がこうなった原因を調べて、この現象の中心となっている存在を特定すること。そしてその存在と接触し、ここから出る方法を探り出すこと。最後に出る方法が分かったら、それを確実に実行に移すこと。
Makes sense. Like in the last game, we had to like help the kids remember who they were and everything, and then that made them go back to
これ
normal.
だけよ。
なんだか篠崎さん、委員長って感じだよ。
ああ、だけど篠崎、一番大事なこと忘れてねえか？
一番大事な、みんなと無事に合流することがね。
そうだったね。それがまず第一の目標よね。先生や持田くんたちと挨拶すれば。
だな。小笠原のダチも集まりゃ人数も増えるし、なんとかなりそうな気がしねえか？
All right.
はい。
Gotcha. Yeah. Like the best way to like, I think the best way to like exercise the spirit is to like figure out what's upsetting them, and that usually boil down to what killed them, and help them move on from it.
でも目標を達成するためには努力しなきゃね。私たちにできることは最初から変わらないし、多くない。とにかく調べて、どんな小さな手がかりも見逃さないこと。そして何より、やけになったり諦めたりしないこと。もちろん私だって怖いけど。
大丈夫、私たちがついてるよ。みんなで頑張ろう。
At this, Kishinuma stood up and began scanning his eyes over the nearby
とりあえ
shelves.
ず手近なところからってことで、ここで手がかりでも探してみっか。資料室ってくらいだからよそより期待できるぜ。
Alright, let's see what we can find. Oh, it's a girl's body. Singwei Junior is senior high. It's mostly decomposed down to the skeleton at this point. There's a duffel bag on its side next to her with a tracksuit partially hanging out of it. And her student ID name tag is clearly visible on her uniform. Jigawa High School. Ao Amano. Oh, hey, we found a mono. Let's see. There are numerous scrapbooks on the shelf, each containing various newspaper and newsletter clippings. One in particular stands out. It's an old school 3-ring binder filled with articles that are all over 30 years old.
1973年天神小学校児童連続誘拐殺害事件。天神小学校。
そ
Whoops,
の事件の
I
記事
interrupted her.
どっかの教室にもあったな。
Dashing the hopes and prayers of their concerned parents. 3 of the kidnapped children returned home tonight in body bags. Local police gave an official statement at around 4 yesterday afternoon. Yuki Kano, 11, Ryo Yoshizawa, 8, and Tokiko Tsuji, 7, previously reported missing, were found dead in a basement room beneath the school. The circumstances behind their murders are still under investigation, and a suspect with ties to the school's teaching staff is in question. First responders report a shocking, grisly murder scene and have expressed concerns that even allowing the families of the deceased to see their children. Significant mutilations is said to have occurred, and officials believe the sight of this may exasperate the already delicate mental states of the bereaved. The sole survivor of this unspeakable crime is 7-year-old Sachiko Shinozaki, who remains in shock from her experience. Her testimony may prove invaluable towards the closing of this case and putting this horror behind us. However, so police are anxious to question her. Meanwhile, other parents have already begun calling Heavenly Host's safety procedures into question. In the wake of this tragedy, members of the PTA have. There's a snippet from another page as well, which includes photographs of the 3 victims, as well as the lone survivor.
この子たち、私が見た子だ。
俺たちも見たぜ。ここで殺されて、それでたたってやがんのか。
ひどい事件だったんだね。私、最初見た時からあの子たちが怖くて、悪い霊みたいに思ってたけど、この子たちも被害者なんだ。
Yikes, yeah.
鈴本さん、同情心は危険よ。霊の中には生前の人格を失っているものもあるの。
Although, this one's face is kind of... She has a shadow over half of her face. Kind of foreshadowing.
今のこいつらは生きている人間にとって味方じゃねえってことか。
犯人はどうなったんでしょう。あ、こっちのページに記事があるよ。
Accused child murderer commits suicide. The 32-year-old former teacher believed to have committed the now infamous adolescent kidnappings and murders was found dead early yesterday morning. After being deemed mentally unfit to take responsibility for his actions, he was placed in intensive psychiatric care, but escaped 2 nights ago. The psychiatric ward commissioned a manhunt which culminated in the discovery of his hanged body in a room beneath Heavenly Host Heavenly Host Elementary. My bad. Near the site of his shocking triple homicide. The cause of death was ruled to be strangulation, and is strongly believed to be self-inflicted. As this appears to be the show of remorse, previously thought beyond his mental capacity, his psychiatric ward has come under heavy fire since the discovery.
犯人も自殺かよ。救いがねえな。遺族にとっちゃ多少は気が晴れるかもしんねえけど。
女の子が一人助かったのがせめてもだよ。
でも変ね。こんな大きな事件なのに、その生き残った子の家族のコメントが一つもないわ。どの記事を見てもあるのは殺された子たちの遺族や同級生の保護者の談話ばっかり。
プライバシー保護とかで書けなかったんじゃねえの？
Kinda odd.
そうなのかな。マスコミって被害者も加害者も関係なく取材して書き立てるイメージなんだけど。
Dr. Tomokichi Dr. Tomokichi Fukarai's research records. Mesmer's magnetism. Correspondence with Anna Springdale. Seraphita. Maleficarum. Voynich manuscript. What is all this like Harry Potter lingo?
心霊学者の記録に魔術結社の通信文、神秘小説の古典。小学校の備品とは思えないわ。
貸し出し用の番号シールがないからこの学校の本じゃないよ。
そうね。多分ここに迷い込んだ人たちの。
本の持ち主の蔵書印が押してある。キビキキビキって読むのかな。
どれどれ。本当だ。この人も有名よ。さっき名前が出た佐榎木奈穂さんの師匠と呼ばれてる作家の先生。キビキ先生もここに。どうして。
Why indeed? Nothing on this shelf seems particularly relevant. Stop moving my mouse around. I guess that's it. I guess we can go ahead and leave. Before I do though, I'm gonna save and now be... Ooh, we're at 59%. That's not good. Alright. So, I'm going to, like... I'll be right back. I'm gonna go, get some more... refill on my coffee. Won't be too long. Alright. Alright, let's continue on. I'm gonna be honest, the darkening being at 59% kinda makes me nervous.
そういえば私たちがここに来てからどれくらい時間経ったんだろう。携帯の時計信用してもいいのかな。
確かに空間が変化するってことは時間が変化してるとも考えられるから。
俺の腹具合から判断すると晩飯済ませて早いやつなら布団に入ってる頃かもしんねえな。
OBB, thank you.
お腹空きました。できれば食べ物も探さなきゃね。その前にどこかでちょっと休憩しよう。
そうしてもらえると私も助かるかも。霊障っていうほどじゃないけど妙に体が疲れてるみたい。
Fair enough. To getting possessed, that's probably like really draining. And so the four of us headed to the safest spot we could think of, settling in for a bit to help calm our spirits and refresh our bodies. Almost immediately, both Kishinuma and Shinozaki sat down, closed their eyes, and fell fast asleep. Understandable, concerning what they just experienced.
二人とも眠っちゃったみたいね。きっと疲れてるんですよ。岸沼さん、あゆみさんを助けるためにいろいろ頑張ってましたし。ナナちゃんも疲れたでしょ。はい。けどなんだか眠れなくて。ナリちゃんたちが今頃どうしてるのかって考えると今すぐ走り出したいくらいです。わかるよ。私もしげ兄のことを考えるとすごく焦ってくるっていうか、今すぐ顔見たくなっちゃう。あれ、ナナちゃん、その足。
I felt a chill in my stomach as soon as I saw them. They were the same bruise-like markings around Nana's slender legs that I've seen before, but they become much darker in color. Looked pink originally, as if she just rubbed her skin up against something, but now they were deep, dark purple, the color of grapes.
大丈夫？痛くない？あざならさっきからありましたけど。そうじゃなくて、なんか濃くなってるから。
Oh, does that mean the bruises on Mayu are darker
ほん
too?
とだ。変な色になってる。なんだろう。内出血してたから時間が経って変色したのかな。ごめんね。あんまり気にしない方がいいね。でも跡が残ったら嫌だな。ナナちゃん美脚だもんね。そんなことないですよ。スタイル良くて羨ましいな。私もナナちゃんくらい身長があったらしげ兄と釣り合い取れるのに。彼氏さんですか？そういうのじゃないんだけど、大事な人かな。いつも近くにいてくれて、私のダメな部分も受け入れてくれて、私を支えてくれる人。素敵な人なんですね。私にとってはね。同じ演劇部だからってわけじゃないけど、王子様なんだよ。岸沼くんなんかに言わせると悪い魔法使いらしいけどね。岸沼さんってやっぱりあゆみさんのこと。あれ？気になる？ ナナちゃんってば。あ、違います。そういうんじゃ全然。ごめん。お約束だからつい。でも実際のとこ、岸沼くんにとっては厳しい状況なのよね。ライバルがいるから。お似合いなのに。似た者同士でもあるのよね。素直になれないところが特に。
This is nice. Even after everything they've been through, it's nice to like just sit down and have a conversation. Bring a little bit of normalcy to
な
things.
ゆさんも森重さんの前では素直になれなかったりするんですか？
だからそういう人じゃないってばもう。でも自分でもよくわからないな、この気持ち。しげ兄に会ったらどうしたいんだろう、私。岸沼くんみたいに抱きしめてほしいのかな。それとも頑張ったなって頭撫でてもらいたいのかな。やっぱり実際会ってみないとわかんないや。
会えますよ、きっと。岸沼さんがあゆみさんに会えたみたいに。
ありがとう。持田くんもゆかちゃんや中島さんと会えてるといいな。先生も篠原さんも。みんなで帰って文化祭の時撮った写メ交換して。
私もみんなと会いたいな。
ごめんね。私ってば自分の話ばっかり。
私ちょっとその辺見てきますね。お手洗いも行きたくなっちゃったし。
一人で？危ないよ。
Oh, she's dead.
ちょっとだけですから。
Yep, that flag is being raised.
お友達のことを思い出してじっとしていられなくなっちゃったのかな。
鈴本。
起きてたの？岸沼くん。
一緒に行ってやってくんねえか。念のためにさ。
そうだね。岸沼くんは篠崎さん見ててあげて。
Famous last words. Yeah.
すまねえ。なんかあったらでけえ声で呼べよ。篠崎叩き起こして飛んでっからよ。
暗いから篠崎さんのろうそく一本借りるね。
危ねえから小笠原見つけたらすぐ戻ってこいよ。
The bathroom felt empty. There was no indication of Nan's presence whatsoever.
ナナちゃんと入れ違いになっちゃったのかな。
How do you pass each other in this empty school?
ナナちゃん、どうしたの？ナナちゃん。
The sound that echoed through the hall was like that of a butcher slicing a large chunk of meat, bone and all. And this sound was accompanied by the dimly lit figure of Nana sprawled out on the ground in front of me. Or rather, part of Nana. It was really just the top half of her body, severed cleanly at the thigh. Oh god. Her legs were completely gone. And the worst part is, she was still fully alert and aware. This grisly sight was too much for me to handle. I became weak in the knees and fell backwards, landing on my butt. I couldn't move. Nana was bending and contorting her back and writhing on the ground as if struggling to escape the pain and the fear. I wanted to help her, but I had no idea what I could do. Nothing had ever prepared me for a situation like this. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't even think. The sight of Nana's squirreling body, gushing blood every which way, was burning itself into my mind. It was the most frightening thing I'd ever seen. I could sense the presence of another person in the shadows, just behind Nana's torso. Who was it? The darkness was all-encompassing past a certain point, giving only the vaguest notion of a human silhouette within an inky black void.
あそこ更衣室違うどこなのあそこ
That door should have led to the pool locker room, but the lighting or lack of it was completely wrong. There was also an indescribably foul odor wafting it out from within, so powerful and revolting that I felt it could never leave my senses again. Whatever being was lurking in the shadows of that horrible room was getting closer to me, step by step. I still couldn't make out a single feature, but frankly, I didn't want to. Its existence alone was threatening enough. Whoever this was, I could sense his shadow posturing itself over Nana's head, as if preparing to swallow it whole. Like a crocodile. In fact, the shadow was beginning to resemble a crocodile more and more. Was this even a person? The figure was now fully visible and was indeed a person. I think he grabbed Nana by the head, then turned and began dragging her into that horrible room. She was clearly nearing death, as it took everything she had to scream and protest. Her voice was getting weaker and her writhing less pronounced. I couldn't even imagine how painful it must be to have one's severed body slowly dragged across the floor, exposed side down. It would be bad enough just having my head held in that massive, filthy grip. No, grip isn't the right word. It's really more like a bite. Muting? Oh, I'm sorry. The squishing is disturbing. Oh yeah, it really is. These were the panicked, primal screams of a person's last moments on Earth. It's a sound no one should ever have to hear, much less produce. You want to hear it? It's the kind of thing you'll be hearing again for the rest of your life. Nothing can ever wipe it from your memory. It stays with you. I sat there dumbfounded, so disturbed that I could barely breathe, and watched the slow slither of Nana's body as she disappeared into the unknown. It only took a few seconds for her to vanish into blackness. Those were the longest few seconds of my life. Once she was gone, only wide swaths of blood remained, tracing her path down the hall and across that hellish threshold.
ナナちゃん。助けなきゃ。私が。
Oh my god. Gathering all my courage, I ran full speed towards the black void, but found no room to enter. Beyond the door was nothing more than a solid wall.
嘘でしょ。どこへ行ったの？
Shit. Bad time for a yawn. It was just as Shinozaki had said. Right before my eyes, a human being was pulled into a space that simply no longer existed. Pulled out of reality. And yet, I could still hear her.
怖くなった私は弾かれるようにしてその場を逃げ出した。私なんでこっちに走ってるの？走る向きが逆でしょ？ナナちゃんは後ろにいるのに。助けなきゃ。ナナちゃん助けなきゃ。離れていってる。無理。私には無理。できない。
Damn. Oh shit, I interrupted her again. I'm sorry.
さっきまで一緒に話してたナナちゃんがあんなことに。足があざの形に切れてしまって。あざ？ナナちゃん、あのあざのところを切られ。
Oh no.
私のお腹のあざは関係ないよね。偶然だよ。やだ私、こんな時まで自分の心配。だけど
I opened my compact mirror and hesitantly brought it down to my abdomen, lifting my shirt and lifting my skirt a bit to get a better look. Oh my god. I didn't have to look very hard. The color of the bruises on my abdomen had darkened significantly. It's far more pronounced now, practically pulsating in purplish red. Looked more like some kind of demented crest that had surfaced from deep inside my body.
色が濃くなってなんかはっきりしてきてる。 それに前よりも広がってきて、何これ、なんで。ただのあざだよね。ほっといたらすぐに消えて。
Just kept telling myself that it would go away on its own. It was nothing, and I was starting to believe it. Feeling somewhat placated, I lifted the mirror up, prepared to shut it, and put it away when I caught a quick glimpse of my face. I saw fear. I saw sadness. I saw defeat. But I also saw something else. No. At first I doubted my eyes, but I wasn't seeing things. Nor was it a smudge on the mirror. It was another discolored bruise, just like the one on my abdomen. It's nowhere near as dark, but it was definitely there. And given it enough time, it would probably get a lot darker. You saw the Kool-Aid man? Oh shit.
なんでこんなの、いつの間に。違う、何か汚れがくっついてるだけだよ。こんなのちょっとこすればすぐに。
I tried spit shining it away with my finger, but all that did was make it wet. And each time I pressed down on it, the surrounding skin would turn white, creating greater contrast and making it stand out more. It wasn't going away. It wasn't going away. And if it just kept darkening, I might wind up like Nana.
やだ。
Torn apart at the seams.
鈴本、どうかしたのか。
So that's what darkening means. And look, we're at 64%. Oh shit!
なんか声聞こえたから気になってよ。小笠原はまだ見つかんねえのか。
心配ね。今からみんなで探し。鈴本さん？
ダメ、来ちゃダメ。
I took a step away from them despite myself.
どうしたんだよ。
お願い、来ないで。なんでもないから。
何かあったの？その鏡に何か。
なんでもない。何も映ってない。平気だから。私。
Morbing! No, I couldn't let them see me like that. I didn't want them to see that hideous bruise.
おい、鈴本。
鈴本さん！
どうしよう、どうしよう。また逃げてる私。でもどこへ。
So, I'm wondering if if I would get a different ending each chapter. If the darkening is like at a smaller percent.
あざを消さなきゃ。これを消さないと。でないと私、ナナちゃんみたいに。
No. No, not here. I had some concealer in my makeup bag. Maybe I could hide it. What even causes it? Our choices? The students who died in the last game have those marks. In the last chapter we saw Seiko had one around her neck. And Mayu's got it all the way down her abdomen because she kind of exploded from the impact to the wall.
これなら見えないよね。あんなあざちょっと寝て目を覚ましたら治ってる。絶対に。
Yeah, I was getting all worked up over nothing. It was just a little mark on my face after all. Probably just a result of all the stress I'd been feeling here. Once things calmed down, it would go away for sure. I feel like I need to save. Welcome back. Oh no. So, is there nothing here? Not, then I can just go right back out, right?
あれ私ドア閉めたっけ。
Oh shit. It wouldn't open. And it wasn't like it was locked. Rather, that felt as almost as if someone were holding it closed with superhuman strength. Not the hair. Suddenly I realized why. The door was wrapped multiple times over in with thin black threads. How had I not noticed these a moment ago? Big oh no. This was the room where it all happened.
何髪の毛人間の。
Yo, why can't it be horsehair for a change? I looked at it a bit more closely and concluded without question that that's exactly what it was. I felt an unpleasant heat radiating all along my back muscles, along my entire spine. I was being watched. There was some sort of moist, lukewarm presence in the room with me, and slowly but surely, I could sense it moving.
誰かいるの。私の後ろに。
I was too scared to turn around.
保健室が
No! No, not you! It was a little girl, wearing a red dress. Probably a first or second grader. Her skin was as pale as pottery, contrasting with her lacquer-like hair. And she looked somehow familiar.
この子新聞に載ってた殺人事件の生存者。篠崎幸子。嘘でしょ。だってあれ30年以上も前の。
The devil, you're not wrong.
保健室がまだ殺風景なの。そうだ、人体解剖標本が欲しい。
I was a brat. Oh shit. Gang's all here.
お姉ちゃんまた遊べるね。
Something was dripping onto the back of my hand. That's what I thought at first, anyway. If I'd started to cry, I wasn't aware. But considering what I was going through, it wouldn't have been surprising in any way. Oh, be prepared, we're about to get a very fucked up CG. And muted. Understandable. I wondered just how much I'd cried since getting sealed up in this godforsaken place. Probably more than I'd ever cried before in my entire life. But these weren't tears, were they? Was it blood then? Did these children do something to me? Sure enough, I reached up and touched my face. My finger came in contact with something sticky. Something sticky and red.
何にも
Sachiko's answer was cold and disinterested. It came accompanied with a crooked, wry smile. She was just a child, yet one glance from her made every hair on my body stand on end.
鏡で見てみたらどう？少しだけ待っててあげる。
Sachiko's face was somehow made me feel as if there might be two sides to her. One gentle and one not. But regardless of which I was dealing with here, I wasn't about to go against her recommendation. I was legitimately curious myself. So I took out my compact and opened it and... The bruise I had concealed with makeup had sprung back to the surface once again, though it could hardly be called a bruise anymore. My skin had literally split open from the inside. Blood was beginning to seep through the pinkish fissure, bead by bead.
違わない、お前だよ。抗わなければ一瞬でいけたのにね。だけど残念。お前はそのお腹の亀裂の通りに散って死ぬのはもう決まっているんだよ。
The bruise along my stomach and abdomen had followed suit, splitting open and dripping dark red blood everywhere. At this point, I completely lost any ability to think or reason. I was a goner, and I knew it.
壁にぶつかって一瞬で死ぬよりももっと辛い。ゆっくりとした散り方で死になさい。人体解剖標本の作成。やめて！来ないで！やめて！
Yeah, I was a goner. I couldn't fight it. Somewhere deep in the pit of my soul, I knew there was no way out. This unimaginably cruel fate was predestined. I couldn't escape. Oh, sure, I tried to run. I screamed and resisted, with every last bit of strength I had. But fate had me by the ankle, and it wasn't about to let go. If only I could force myself to lose conscious, maybe I could avoid the unbearable agony I knew was coming. Sadly, I wasn't that strong-willed. I could feel the hands of the children all over my body, coming from virtually every direction, and they were really digging.
しげに来ない来ないしげになんて来やしないんだよ。
I was seized with pain, unlike anything I'd ever imagined possible before. I couldn't talk, I couldn't move, couldn't even think. I felt like my head was going to explode under the pressure of millions of nerves, all telling me my brain just how much every part of my body hurt. And it didn't stop. Every moment, it grew worse and worse. Then, I began to drift away.
ひどい匂い。その辺の廊下にでも飾っておこうか、この標本。学校がどんどん賑やかになっていくな。
Sachika's voice sounded like it was far in the distance. It was then that I realized the agony I'd been feeling had changed. It was no longer a pain, but chill. I didn't hurt anymore. I was just cold. So cold that I couldn't even feel my body.
寒い。ものすごく寒いよ。しげに。もう指一本動かない。私が死んで惨めな死体になっても嫌いにならないでくれる。しげに。私ね。しげにのこと。
My final wish is that Shig be the one to find my body. As long as it's not too revolting to look at anyway. I want him to think I'm pretty. I miss him. Shig, bro. Oh man. Hey, I found the shit. Hang on. Where do I go to look at the name tags? Yeah, 07's in chat. See. I have one for Seal, and oh my god, there's so many for Demise. Heavy stuff, yeah. Oh crap. The final text from the chapter, okay, so what do I want to do? I feel like I should try to get the other endings. I kind of don't have it in me to go back into Seal though without knowing what I need to do. I might. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start Encounter. And then like off screen I'll figure out.
天神5番地の
Yeah, and then off screen I'll figure out where the endings are, and then I'll showcase those next stream.
これ23だよな。それとも33か？まったく山崎先生の字は読みづらいな。はあ
This really wasn't my day. I knocked over my alarm clock this morning, and of course it stopped working. The very last pork sandwich sold out right before my eyes during lunch. And I was roped into a favor when I happened upon my homeroom teacher, Mr. Yamazaki, long after the school day had ended. So now, like it or not, I was on my way to deliver some notes to Miss Yui, our homeroom TA, who was out sick with a cold.
後でゆかに謝らないとな。今日は早く帰ってゆかの買い物に付き合ってやる予定だったし。天神5番地23の11、ここか。これが6番地33の77とかじゃなければ。だけど。
I stopped and compared the memo in my hand with the apartment building in front of me. It was just 2 stories tall and looked a little on the shabby side. Probably about 20 years old. It didn't seem solid, nor was it very particularly stylish or chic. It's completely unremarkable structure in every way.
ここの207号室。いや、201?
I was really getting fed up with this handwriting, and from a teacher no less. In any case, it seemed certain that the apartment was on the 2nd floor, so trudged up this startlingly narrow, steep stairs. The middle staircase was thoroughly blotched with patches of rust. Why would someone live in such a rundown apartment building?
先生の給料ってもしかしてすごく安かったりするのか？
Hi Red, welcome to the stream. How are you? And cheap, definitely cheap. Yep, looks that way. I felt a little sorry for her, but in a way this place kind of fit her personality. With that thought in mind, I turned my attention towards apartment 201.
ここが201号室か。でもゆい先生の家じゃないな。
I'm doing pretty good. just had like a really heavy ending in the last chapter. The doorway in the room nearest the stairs had a name I didn't recognize scribbled on
って
it.
ことはこの奥か。
Passing room 201, I continued the narrow walkway toward the end. Wandering around the apartment building I'd never been to before made me feel kind of nervous. KH will be next week. I finished all my level grinding for it, so we're definitely good to go. It wasn't like I was doing anything wrong, but my bag still tensed up as I maneuvered around piled up strollers and plastic toys and bundles of newspaper. Then finally arrived at the last door.
ここだ。
This is it. I breathed a sigh of relief. Door plate for apartment 207 read Shishido. For an adult's handwriting, especially the letters, were rounded and overly cutesy. This was Miss Yu's place, alright.
なんだろうこれ。
I leaned in to read something written in small script on the corner of the door plate.
大病注意
Was that Moby Dick? No, we were in Neverland.
って猛犬注意じゃなくて ゆい先生らしいや。
So how exactly does one beware a house cat? Is it even possible for a house cat to be threatening? At any rate, I confirmed beyond a shadow of doubt this was Miss Yu's place. So my errand was nearing its end.
それにしても山崎先生もひどいよな。風邪ひいたクラスメートにプリント持っていくならわかるけど、風邪ひいた副担の先生のうちに授業のノートを届けろって。絶対におかしい。間違いなくこれ担任の仕事だよ。
He said he was busy with meetings though, and really needed one of his students to help him out. You can fly? Yep, that world was pretty fun. But was it really okay to entrust a school student with confidential class notes?
これ生徒が読んじゃまずいノートなんじゃないのか？
My mind kept drifting from one question to another, and I became acutely aware of the inherent value in these notes I held in my bag. But tempting as it was, I just couldn't bring myself to look at them. Mr. Yamazaki put its faith in me after all. And I was stronger than that. Couldn't let this get the best of me. At any rate, I was here. I should have just been able to drop off these notes and be on my way. Putting all my doubts and misgivings aside, I rang the doorbell. And then I waited. And waited. And waited some more, but there was no answer. This is Japan? Yeah, but universally there are still people who will cheat on like tests and stuff.
あれ俺呼び鈴をしたよな。ゆい先生
I rang the bell again and also tried calling out, but there was still no response.
どうしよう。寝てんのかな。起こしちゃ悪いけど、でも心配だしな。
Oh, just slide the notes in through the mail slot. When we heard Miss Yui was staying home sick today, we were all pretty disappointed. That's why part of me was actually a little happy that I was asked to run these over to her. Figured I'd be able to check in to see how she was doing and let everyone at school know that she was feeling better.
けど会えないっていうのは想定外だったな。ゆい先生ゆい先生 ふん。ゆい先生、すみません。
She was probably sleeping or out at the doctor's or something, but what if she were hurt? Tried opening the mail slot and peeking in. Thought maybe I could get a glimpse of the room inside.
ゆい先生。
Felt kind of wrong peeking into someone's house without their permission. But I was legitimately worried about Miss Yui's health, so conscience was clear on this one. Cat! Hello, cat.
あ、猫。
A well-groomed cat was facing the door and staring back at me. With its head tilted slightly to the side, it let out an adorable meow. This must be the cat I was instructed to beware. Since Miss Yui was always going on about her little buddy, I'm pretty sure I remembered his name.
この子が噂のモレじゃなくて、確かモネ。そうだ、モネちゃんだ。へえ、綺麗な猫だな。
Miss Yui talked about her cat a lot in class, so pretty much the whole school has heard about him. She even had some tins of cat food hidden on a shelf in the classroom. Probably because she bought too much and had no room to put them in her apartment. Cute cat. Yeah, he is kind of cute. Get the F out of my crib.
モネ、モネ。先生はいるか？先生がいるんだったら、起こしてきてほしいんだ。
Dude, just put the notes in the mail slot and be done with it.
やっぱり無理か。そりゃそうだよな。
My shoulders sank. Felt defeated. What the hell was I doing? Closed the mail slot and stood back up.
弱ったな。ゆい先生、どうしたんだろう。どっか外出中とか？空いてたりしないかな。
Lost in the speculation, I placed my hand on the doorknob. And with a quick twist, I turned and pushed on the door, opening it easily. Oh shit.
鍵かかってないのか。うわ、いけね。モネが出たら大変だ。お前のご主人様は不用心だな。鍵もかけてないなんて。
Cutie needs a treat, yeah. My name's Whiskers twitched as I called out to him from the entryway.
なんだ？その通りだにゃって。モネもやっぱりそう思うか。
Or I was talking to a cat. Is this what I'd become?
どうしよう。
I was feeling pretty uneasy. Not only had I peeked into someone's home, I walked in without a second thought. Moreover, this was where Miss Yui lived, alone. In other words, a woman's apartment. No matter how many times I reminded myself that I was here on an errand, I couldn't help feeling that I not only crossed the line, but leaped over it.
ゆい先生。
I tried calling her name one last time, but as expected, there was no answer.
本当にどうしようかな。
I was Trying hard to avoid being too nosy, but my eyes inevitably began surveying the room. The apartment's entrance led out immediately to the kitchen. Beyond that, there was a sliding door to some other room. I could see the light through the gaps. Strained my ears, but there was nothing to hear. No signs of life whatsoever. Miss Yui must have been out. One more time. I tried calling out to her one more time, just to put my concerns at ease. Felt like I'd seem more suspicious if I stayed silent.
ゆい先生、持田です。
No, this isn't a hotel, it's an apartment. Still nothing. Maybe she was asleep on the other side of that door.
確かめてみ。いやいやいやいや。
He's making this more weird than it has to be. Shaking my head furiously, I cast out that sudden impulse. That was a terrible idea. Pure and simple. Entering an apartment unannounced was bad enough, but walking all the way in and opening that sliding door and peeking inside, that was too much.
このタイミングでゆい先生が外から帰ってきたりしたら、俺、じゃなくてだいぶまずい。
One night mewed in agreement. Panicking, I once again surveyed my surroundings. I almost felt like there were eyes on me, staring with disdain, but of course nobody was there.
あ、そうだ。書き置きを残していけばいいんじゃないか?
Wondering why I didn't think of this sooner, I dug into my bag for some paper and a pen.
山崎先生から頼まれたのでって書いておけばいいんだよな。俺のノートでいいや。ゆい先生
Crouching in the doorway, I ran my pen across the page. Brought class notes at Mr. Yamazaki's behest. Everyone has been worried about you. Sorry about barging into your apartment.
あと、不用心だから鍵はかけた方がいいと思いますと。ん?
As I was writing the note, I sensed a presence in front of me. Till just a moment ago, this house had no signs of human life in it. But now I could feel someone standing directly ahead. Standing and looking down at me. Fidgeting nervously, I put down my pen, raised my head slowly, and saw a white, slender ankle. Okay, that sound effect was really good. Shocked, I shot my head up, and there, standing before me, was Miss Yui.
先生。
She was looking right at me, but she seemed decidedly out of sorts. Her hair looked disheveled, her gaze was unsteady, and her pajamas were in complete disarray. She was like a completely different person from the usual kempt educator we come to know and love.
ゆい先生、俺勝手に入っちゃって。
I stood up frantically and held out the note I've been writing. But huh? Miss Yui was just standing there, stupefied with a completely vacant expression on her face.
先生。
I called out to her as gently as I could, but she was really dazed. She seemed almost like a ghost.
先生、どうしちゃったんだよ。
I had a sudden uneasy feeling. Worried, I walked up to Miss Yui and grabbed her shoulders. Tried to snap her out of it by shaking her, but instead,
うわっ
this just seemed to make her cough. Oh damn, she is really sick.
先生
These were red productive coughs, and spit was shooting out from Miss Yu's mouth with each one. Frantically tried to shield my face from the spray, but my reaction time just wasn't quick enough.
も
Oh no. Put my hand to her cheek and found it thick with slimy film of saliva.
う大丈夫ゆい先生
Miss Yui wobbled back a little, then fell to her knees with a thud. She had completely sprawled out in the hallway, moaning and groaning the whole time.
先生
Wiping the spatterings from my own face, I leaned over and took a better look at hers. It was bright red. Strained breathing and a stuffy nose and visibly high fever on top of it all. She was sick as could be.
寒いのでも汗かいてるよ
Thought maybe her sweat had cooled her down, but I didn't realize these jumper pajamas certainly weren't doing her any favors. With heart pounding a mile a minute and face red as traffic light, I set about buttoning her up.
ゆい先生俺のことわかる持田だよ寒いならちゃんと布団で寝ないと出ないと治るもんも治らないって
She absent-mindedly extended her shaking arms like a zombie. Slowly reopened her eyes and looked up at me. It was the gaze of a severely fevered mind.
ゆい先生
司君
えうわ
Oh dear.
司君
え
Miss Yui was clinging to me tightly. I couldn't move. I was frozen in shock as she began to weep.
来てくれたのね司君
Oh dear.
えつかさ
嬉しいよかった
先生待って人違いだよ
Seemed like I wasn't getting through to her at all. And the sensation of her chest as she held me was making it virtually impossible to fight her grip. I was utterly powerless against this opponent. This writing is so weird. I am not reading that. Mustering all the strength I could, I gripped her arms and tried to pry them off me. But she was a lot stronger than I anticipated and wouldn't let me get away.
怖かったよ司君怖かった
かった？
まさか来てくれるなんて思わなかった。
うわ
I am not reading that either.
ゆい先生、ちょっと離れて。
やだ。
先生ってば。
I struggled to wriggle free, but Miss Yui only grabbed me tighter. Our bodies were getting more and more intertwined. And every time I squirmed, Miss Yui would just pull me in even closer. This is why you don't go into your sick teacher's apartment, dude.
司くん。
うわ
I could feel the heat of her fever radiating off of her steadily encroaching face, as well as the shoulders I'd grabbed in an effort to push away.
そばにいて、司くん。お願い。
だから人違い。
Questions were soaring around my head. Why is Miss Yui crying, and who is this Sukasa person? But I was most concerned for the state of her pajamas, which had become more disheveled during our struggle.
先生、パジャマ、ズボン、ずり落ちてるから。
Oh my god.
司くん。あったかい。
ゆい先生ってば。
This is wild, yep. Realizing that not a single word was getting through to her, I sighed resignedly. I'd taken care of Yuka a number of times when she'd caught a cold and drawn a fever, but I don't recall it ever getting this bad. Miss Yui was usually calm and collected and rational. Who would have ever imagined that a fever could leave her so thoroughly discombobulated?
ゆい先生、ちょっと、もう。
Put more strength into my resistance, and finally her arms relaxed, just a tiniest bit. Her expression changed drastically.
やだ。
先生、俺は持田聡で、司って人じゃ。
行かないで。やだ。
Miss Yui was acting like a spoiled child. Slipping out of the shoes I'd still been wearing, I again drew close to her sprawled out form. There's no way I could just leave her here like this.
後で気がついて、怪しまないでくれよ。
Miss Yui let out a lethargic groan, perhaps in response to my quiet murmurings. I went and I grabbed a hold of her and did my best to carry her into the back room. Gently wheeling her over into her unfurled futon, I then carefully laid her down, making sure I didn't drop her in the process. Then there was No, just put the covers back on. Oh my goodness.
タオルとか何か拭くものでもあれば。って、ん？
Noticing a convenience store bag carelessly tossed to the floor, I glanced inside.
なんだ、冷却シート買ってきてあるじゃん。なんで使ってないんだか。もう。 先生、ヒヤッとするけど我慢してね。これでよしと。
Place one of the compresses on her forehead and put the covers over her. Miss Yui appeared almost instantly relieved. She exhaled contently. Her breathing became more relaxed. Finally, she was asleep. Even in sleep, Miss Yui seemed to be suffering.
お、モネ。なんだ、先生が心配か？だよな。俺もここまでひどいことになってるとは思わなかったよ。
One had coiled up on my legs without me noticing. I began absent-mindedly speaking to him. He mewed in response, and our conversation ended there. My gaze was still fixed squarely on Miss Yui.
さて、どうしようか。ゆい先生。俺、このまま帰っても大丈夫？
She wasn't in any condition to respond, but
ゆい先生。
Miss Yui's hand had slipped out from under the futon and was gently grasping at my pant leg. 'Her grip was much weaker than before, but I knew I'd probably regret it if I went home now. Miss Yui just seemed really lonely.
仕方ないな。
Without disturbing Miss Yui's hold on me, I took a seat beside her. For the time being, I figured I'd watch over her and make sure her condition didn't worsen. Occasionally, Miss Yui's breathing would become ragged, and she'd furrow her brow. She was in a pretty bad way.
辛そうだな。
Wasn't there anything else I could do? I glanced quietly down the hallway. Noticed when I carried Miss Yui in here that the kitchen near the entrance was perfectly neat and tidy. There wasn't any indication that it had been used that day at all.
飯食ってるのかな？
Monet's gaze shifted suddenly, followed it, and saw pet bowls laid out in the corner of the room. One dish was filled to the brim with water, the other piled high with dry cat
なる
food.
ほど。モネはちゃんと食べてるんだな。熱出してあんな状態になってても、お前のことはちゃんと考えてくれてるんだな。でもさ、ゆい先生。まずは自分の食事の心配をしようよ。
I shook my head at the whole situation, and glanced down at Monet, who was still tilting his head as if he was trying to understand me. Broke into a wry smile. When I pulled out the cold packs, I did notice some cheap convenience store food in the bag as well. Guess that was going to be our food for the day. Not exactly the best stuff to eat when you're sick.
米と、あと卵くらいはきっとあるよな。卵がゆでも作ろう。先生、キッチン借りるよ。
Her face was bright red and her half-pained, half-contented noises provided me with no clear-cut answer to my question.
仕方ない。ゆい先生の代わりにモネに許しをもらおうかな。モネ、キッチンを借りていいか？ありがとう。
Okay. Monet's cries helped me assuage my guilt over entering the woman's apartment and borrowing her kitchen. Not that I had any reason to feel guilty. I don't think anyway. I mean, circumstances were what they were. Still, I had this nagging sense that I should have somehow felt bad about what I was doing.
ゆい先生、ごめんな。ちょっと離れるよ。
One by one, I gently peeled off each finger that latched onto my pant leg. The expression on her face changed as if I was doing so, from contented rest to mild annoyance. But there was nothing to indicate that she might wake up.
よし、作るか。
I stood up. Money mewed happily and began tagging along at my heels. Oh, bless you. And Miss Yui, now resting by herself in the bedroom, let out a sudden sneeze. Bless you.
ちょっとゆい。
かかったよ今、くしゃみ。
Oh, now everybody's gonna get sick.
ごめんごめん。なんだか鼻がムズムズするの。
まったくもう。ティッシュ。あれ、どこやったっけ？
ああ、なければ私の使ってよ。せめてものお詫び。やった。じゃあ私使う。
私も持ってないよ。ティッシュちょうだい。
はい。
サンキュー。あんたたちね、ティッシュくらい常備しときなさいよ。
面目ない。
まったく。
それで、何の話だっけ？
そうそう。だからさ、とうとう3年になっちゃったよねって話。
ああ、だね。あと1年で卒業か。
卒業もだけど、私たちそれよりもっと考えなくちゃいけないことがあるじゃない？
Oh, this is her memory.
進路よ。いや、聞きたくない。正直さ、進路相談何回受けたって将来のことなんかはっきりしないっていうかさ。
だよね。どうするかな、ほんと。
ねえ、ゆいはもう進路とか決めてる？
実はね、もう決めてるんだ。
なにゆい、何になりたいの？
私はね、私の名前は宍戸ゆい、17歳。将来の夢は先生になること。あまりよく考えずに人のことに首を突っ込んでは空回ってることが多い私だけど、でもそんな私でもきっと頑張れば夢が叶うって信じてる。
Kisaragi Academy, 5 years ago. The cherry blossoms were in bloom, and the rustling wind carried with it the soft warmth of the season. I was a high school senior now, and was devoting myself to my studies in preparation for the day my dream could finally become reality. And that dream was to become an English teacher. My grades were on the fence for getting into the university I wanted, though. So my best bet was to score a special recommendation from the academy. Interesting? Yeah.
はあ、よかった。急に呼び出されたから何事かと思ったよ。
It's kind of interesting taking a peek into the teacher's high school days.
ある日の放課後、私は職員室に呼び出された。何かヘマをやったのかとか、成績が志望校に及ばないとか、そういう悪いことを言われるんじゃないかってビクビクしてたんだけど、私の予想に反して呼び出された要件はとてもいいものだった。うちの学園からはライバルはいなさそうだから、このまま頑張れば推薦してやるぞ。だってなんかやる気出てきちゃった。この調子で頑張らないとね。それにしてもゴミ箱ってどうしてこんなに重たいんだろう。ゴミ捨て場まで持っていくのも一苦労だよ。
なあ、
Oh, he looks kind of familiar. Well, before we can figure out who this guy is, it is time for me to end stream. Let's see. So, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you next time.